We're live. Good morning. Good morning. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. We're excited. Today is October the 5th. We do have a topic for you. The topic for the day is a ram in the bush. Let's talk about what that looks like and what that means to you. We will be right back in a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. A ram in the bush. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday to you. I hope that you have gotten off your week to a great start. Good morning, baby.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
You had a great start to this morning.
I did. I actually started to downplay it, and shout out to my two-time author, Brad Wilder. His future project is coming out, but he actually encouraged me because I was minimizing my efforts today. And he reminded me, some people ain't walking at all. Some people are not doing anything at all. But I really had a challenge over the last couple of days, and I didn't exercise because I was feeling like horrible. And this morning when I woke up, I was like, you know what? I'm going to just call this whole week. I'm not going to do it. Because in my mind, I was thinking about exercise up here, right? I got to get that in. I got to get it done. But then I just realized, you know what? Something is better than nothing. And I got on the treadmill at a really slow pace for me. It was only about 2 miles an hour. And so it was barely a brisk walk. And I usually try to do like a mile jog, which I realized, you know what? How about that? I actually normally go much faster than I go. But anyway, I got on there and I did a mile, very leisurely mile. And I was able to start my day at least with the accomplishment that, you know what, I had moved something. And I also realized, I could possibly do it again during the day slowly and just continue to move until I feel better.
Lisa just said she moved something today. How many of you guys remember the classic hit from the 80s from Two Live Crew? Move something, move something.
Get on up and move something. No. Not that one? Mm-hmm. Okay, no.
Two Live Crew was nasty.
Oh, yeah, no.
They had Me So Horny.
Oh, yeah.
And Pop That Coochie. And what's some of the other Two Live Crew hits?
I don't remember. Maybe we can't say them in breakfast. Good morning, Ms. Phillips. Thank you for joining us this morning. So I'm telling you, please let us know if you're on the Empowerment Duo page. We had some challenges yesterday with the technology. And for those of you who also endured technology with the absence of Facebook yesterday, we're glad to see that you're okay.
I remember the 4th day of July, 5th day of, today's the 5th or 6th?
The 5th.
On the 4th day of October, Facebook was down for fully 6.5 hours.
What did you do?
How did you live?
Did your what do you call it, go up? Did your what is it called? What they measure on the job? Your performance. Did your performance go up because you didn't have Facebook? I have a Facebook friend that used to be a client of mine. She's a doctor now. And she said that because Facebook was down, when she had to enter in her notes as a doctor, she wasn't able to let off any steam in between patients. And she felt like she should send a bill to Facebook for requiring that she had to talk to a psychiatrist.
Yeah, it threw a lot of
Good
people off.
morning, Monica. Thank you for joining.
Not only did people not were able to get on Facebook and had to figure out something else, I got like 3 advertisements hit my phone. Now that Facebook is down, consider us as a social network for you.
Yeah.
Or now that Facebook is down, how are you going to do this, this, and this? So some people tried to capitalize on it.
Well, my clients actually, I got a wonderful testimony from our mutual client who, for those of you who are on our mailing list, shout out to you because I actually communicated with you on yesterday. For those of you who are on our mailing list, you realize that you are only borrowing social media. You do not own this audience. You do not own these prospects. You're just borrowing them, and for only as long as they are available, which is why we
think about it, it's free.
Consistently are making sure that we are not just borrowing our network, but hey, Corinda, but we are also capturing our network so that we can stay connected to you guys as I was able to, even through the outage. If you are not a part of our direct network, then please, please, please go to bit.ly/empowerment2021 to get on the mailing list. We don't spam, we just communicate and we connect and we continue to keep you engaged, even though Facebook and Instagram might have been down. Monica says TikTok was working perfectly fine along with YouTube. And that's the other benefit of being on multiple platforms. We're also on YouTube, and we're grateful that our YouTube audience and those of you who know that we're in both places were able to connect with us there.
Now, is that Monica Pearson, the Renaissance woman who's a playwright as well as an author and an actress, I think, right?
You think you went off on a tangent as if you knew. Good morning, Katura.
I didn't know. Let's see.
Corinda says, Brian, nice beard.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
So today we do again have a topic. And the topic
is a ram in the bush.
A ram in the bush.
A ram in the bush. Now, when you hear that,
in the bush,
a lot of people think they know that story, okay, in the Bible. This is a Bible story. And it has a lot of different applications. And Lisa and I, even this morning, had different interpretations of what the meaning of that story was, but I'm certain we both were right. I'm certain she was right in her interpretation of it.
Monica says, thanks for the shout out.
Wherever we can. I like to shout people out.
Absolutely.
I like to shout people out. Good morning, Katura. How you doing? And Corinda being on here, it makes my heart sing. It's been a minute since we've seen you, Brother Corinda. We know that you're a man on a mission. We know that you're very much in tune with technology and what's going on that way.
He said he was shocked yesterday.
A lot of people were. A lot of people were shocked. Because it didn't just leave like that. It kind of started having problems.
Sputtering.
I found I couldn't send Lisa a message. I was like, I can't even send my wife a message through Facebook. What's going on?
Even though we were in the adjacent rooms.
Yeah, but I didn't want to raise my voice or nothing.
I know. That's how much we take things for granted. But so a ram in the bush, actually, for many of you may have realized that you needed a ram in the bush yesterday. It might not have been as urgent as Abraham, but you know what? It could. Oh, wow. They lost $70
billion yesterday.
Advertising dollars, commercial dollars, because you may not pay for Facebook, right? But somebody does.
Lost $70 billion. Just think what they make on every day. But anyway, 6.5 hours, they lost $70 billion. Let me just paraphrase this story. Paraphrase this story. Abraham, who's a lot of people don't know, he's considered the father of us all, the father of many nations, many sons. He had many sons, but he's a character in the Bible. Okay, and in this story, I'm just going to really, really quick paraphrase it. He communicates with God, and God requires of Abraham a sacrifice, a living sacrifice. And Abraham interpreted that living sacrifice to be his son. So he's going to take his son from his wife up to the mountaintop and sacrifice his son's life because God required a sacrifice. Mm-hmm. That part right there is another sermon. His willingness to sacrifice because God told him to. As he was about to sacrifice his son, give God his son's life, he saw a ram stuck in a bush. The ram in the bush. So instead of sacrificing his son, he was able to sacrifice the ram. and God got his sacrifice required, and his son's life was saved. Now, that's a very, very quick paraphrase of it.
Yeah, there's some critical components that need to be
fill in where I missed out.
So the first things, God very specifically told him he had to sacrifice Isaac, and he stopped his hand. So Abraham did not decide not to
say that. Yes,
not
please.
to sacrifice Isaac. Abraham was stopped in the midst of fulfilling his obedience. It's very, very important to understand that the ram in the bush is not just because you want to do something else. It's because God allows you to do that. Now, Dr. Beverly, good morning. Good morning. She says, hello, greatest people on the planet. Good morning to the bestest family on the media. Amen. We love you. So understand, what do you want? Because Abraham wanted something from God. He wanted to be in right standing with God. What do you have? What is precious to you, right? What is precious to you? Amen, Monica. She says, not to brag. However, I was celebrating outside of Facebook. My billboard was installed. Yay! So yeah, with or without Facebook, the great Mo Shine is always shining. Preach. Amen. Mo Shine.
That's exciting to see yourself on a billboard. Mo Shine, huh?
Amen.
That's the moniker, Mo Shine.
Amen. Amen. So what do you have? What do you want? What do you have? And what will you give? What will you give? He was able to give his son. He was willing to give his son to serve God. What do you want? I want to be in right standing with God. Amen. Dr. Beverly says, my mother tells everyone who she knows that I am her ram in the bush. Wow. Amen. And hey, Shamandrian.
Is that another amazing businesswoman, young businesswoman, Miss Shamandrian Shanko? How are you?
Hey, Shamandrian. We haven't heard from you in a long time. It's good to see you.
When I think of her, I think of a couple of things. I think of a wonderful mom. I think of a super nice lady, super nice smile, and her insistence that you say her name correctly. Okay, she'll be patient with you. She'll give you a few tries at it, but you got to say her name right way. And it's a name that is required you to say the right way. Shamandrian.
Absolutely.
Very proud of her for a recent last year home purchase.
That's right. Congratulations. And Monica says, amen. I want to be in good standards with God. Amen. Being in good standards and in good standing with God, it is so important. Thank you, Corinda. We appreciate you.
The way I think of a ram in the bush is that there is another way. That one way is that you think of, I have to do it this way. I see the ram in the bush story as reminding me there's another way.
Wow. But there's a dangerous element to that.
Say.
So there gratefully, there is another way for Father Abraham, gratefully, right? But he could not contrive or conspire to come up with that other way. Nope. Otherwise, it would have been disobedience. So he had to be willing to do it the way God said it, no matter what the sacrifice was that was involved in that. Mm-hmm. He had to be willing to do it that way.
So I like that answer as well, my sweetheart. I love that answer. So that's
Good morning,
point.
Dr. Deborah.
That's the point. A ram in the bush. Are you willing? So let's think about it. Let's bring it to topical. Let's bring it to today.
Good morning, Felicia.
I've seen so many people talk about, so you built your business on Facebook now, huh? Now what are you going to do? One of my former clients, her name is, shouts out to Kimberly Inez. Kimberly Inez, she did this thing. So now that Facebook is gone for the day, what are you going to do? Contact me. I'll show you how to build your list so you can still be profitable when Facebook goes away.
And that was what I sent out. Actually, I had a similar comment. That's what I sent out to our group of people.
Kimberly Inez Mays. The last name was escaping me.
That's good. To those in the empowerment circle, I need you to know it's really important that you can capture people's energy and efforts and in eyeballs on Facebook, but it is also important for you to keep them in your own list, in your own email list. Otherwise, they're not yours. They're just borrowed eyeballs. And we want you to be part of our empowerment circle. And so all you got to do is just go to bit.ly/empowerment2021 and get on the mailing list. We would love to actually see and talk to you personally tonight at Male Empowerment Networks and Women Empowerment Networks.
So your list could be your paraphrase, your ram in the bush, their list that you built over time, your contact list. So yes, tonight, this is the first Tuesday in October. Every calendar month on the first Tuesday and the third Tuesday of each calendar month, we host two separate meetings. One of them is called Male Empowerment Networks. Male Empowerment Networks is a meeting for men and teenage men. It's a meeting that we've been holding since August of 2013. And it's just a safe place where men can be transparent. Men can talk it out. We talk it out. We do it virtually now. And I think that's actually been better for our organization because we used to do it only in person. But now we do it virtually. So now we can have people support from all over. But Male Empowerment Networks, I tell you, I don't know if I want to try this topic again. But for the last two meetings, the topic heading had been men and their money. Okay. But we never get to talk about it. We end up talking about other things, which is fine. So we'll see. But tonight, if you're a man or if you know of a man that can be supported by a community of other men where they can get some stuff off their chest, I'll invite you to Male Empowerment Networks as well. And when?
Women Empowerment Networks is always, always, always about celebrating women, celebrating, supporting, and congratulating women. Women over the age of 25, we're always looking to encourage and support you because we know how much time, energy, and effort you spend helping others to do just that. You can find Women Empowerment Networks and Male Empowerment Networks and register for them. They're both free at womenempowermentnetworks.com or maleempowermentnetworks.com. I'll put that on the screen for you. But it's always, 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 if you're ever turned around, just reach out and call us or inbox us rather directly, and we'll give you the link. So I thought that I already had the banner out there, but I'll go ahead and put it. Julie Ray wanted to know how to get brother in touch for Male Empowerment Networks.
It's maleempowermentnetworks.com, or you can reach out to me directly. Catch me on Facebook, or you can catch me on LinkedIn. You can catch me any other messaging ways. I think it's easy to just go to my website, briankmcneil.com, briankmcneil.com. You can find a lot of ways to connect with me. Okay?
Absolutely, absolutely. So you can go to maleempowermentnetworks.com. Definitely be able to connect with Brian there or the men. So we're looking forward to that. Julie Ray, thank you for your willingness to connect someone.
Yes. There's I saw a video on YouTube of some great inventions that they were trying to invent one thing and discovered another great use for it. Okay. They were trying to create something. That's what their goal was, but they found a better use for it in another way. Okay. Or something that they thought was wasteful, and then they found a use for it, and then it becomes incredible. How do we live without this?
Like Viagra.
They were trying to create a heart medicine.
But no, we found something so much more important.
That's right. And they found something so much more important. This won't do hardly anything at all for your heart, but it will give a man an erection.
Which could strain their heart, but that's okay.
It could even kill them. For example, gasoline. See, they was trying to make kerosene, which is what we use in this country to light lamps. Street lamps, home lamps was kerosene. And back up. Oil, when they had oil. Now, when they created oil to run things, in the refining of oil, they had this waste that was created called gas. In the refining of oil, so they were just throwing it away. It was making so much refining oil, so much oil, and it had so much of this waste of gas. It was highly volatile. It was extremely flammable, So they was trying to figure out what can we do with all this waste, man. This stuff we have, this gasoline stuff, and then they found out it was perfect for the new engines because it was so flammable. It would catch fire quick. It was volatile. It was perfect for new car engines. So the refining of oil and the waste from that was gasoline, and gasoline ended up having a much greater purpose. So I've said all that to say, a lot of times the things that we're going for, we find ancillary purposes, ancillary benefits into what we're doing. Like Male Empowerment Networks was originally a support group for men who didn't know their fathers. That's what it was originally for men who didn't have a relationship with their dads. That was the initial meetings, but it's grown into so much more. We talk about so much more. We've helped men in so many other ways other than that.
Absolutely. Good morning, Chef Rev. He says, what? I tuned in and heard erection. Hey, John Barnett, what's good with you?
Is that John Barnett? So that means we get to do his jam.
That's right. What is it, John?
No.
What is it?
He's John Barnett.
That's right. It's not time yet.
You can be mean when you look this clean.
That's right. It's not time yet, though.
It's not time yet, but we get to do it because he made an appearance.
Absolutely. We got quite a few songs from the past on today, so we get to rock out a new CD playlist.
Yes. Yesterday we had a chance to do some songs that we haven't done before. And if you don't know what we talk about when we say the songs, this show here is called Let's Talk About It. Now, we've been hosting this show since October of 2016, Monday through Friday. That's right, Monday through Friday since 2016. How many shows have we done, baby? Approximately. How many shows have we done? A couple hundred?
No, a couple of thousand.
More than 2,000 shows.
Yeah.
We've done more than 2,000 shows. We actually sat next to her for an hour with you guys talking about something. The show does have a focus. We talk about personal conversations,
business information,
and spiritual inspiration.
With a little bit of shenanigans thrown in.
That's right. Together we make her name is Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And he is Brian K. McNeill.
That's right. That's the way we say our names, Lisa Santiago McNeill, and I'm Brian K. McNeill. And together we make up what we call the Empowerment Duo.
Not to be confused with the dynamic duo.
That's Batman and Robin. We're the Empowerment Duo, okay? Now, we do have an expressed ministry. Our ministry is
economic independence
through
entrepreneurship.
That's it. We believe in economic independence through entrepreneurship. Now, let's talk about our names for a second. If someone heard Lisa Santiago McNeill, and they heard Lisa and her last name is McNeill, and they did a Google search of Lisa McNeill, you're not going to find her, okay?
No.
You would think she's not doing anything. But if you put in Lisa Santiago McNeill, you will. I did it just yesterday. I Googled Brian K. McNeill, which is the way I want to be branded, and I found all kinds of great content or even great pictures. I took out the K and Googled myself.
And he turned into an old white guy. Turned into an old white guy.
A banjo playing white guy. Okay. Brian McNeill is a banjo playing white guy. Apparently puts out good music. Okay. But that ain't me. Okay. And then you can find me, but you have to look. It's not the same. So the way we say our name, the way we brand ourselves, I'm Brian K. McNeill, is significant. John C. Barnett. Okay. Slim Thug. Okay. That's what he brand himself,
It's important.
And Thug is true healing under God. Okay?
Yes.
So the way we brand ourselves matters. Okay?
Absolutely. John goes on to say, I would say she's Mexican. No, Mexican. Although there's nothing wrong with Mexican. It's Puerto Rican, but that's okay.
Boricua. Okay. So today's topic is a ram in the bush. I like to think of a ram in the bush as another way, another option. It could get done another way.
But you have to be conscientious. It's another option from God.
Another option from God.
From God, with his insight and his permission.
How do you see that? How do you see that? Consider that thought, Raymond. Sometimes a parent has a child in trouble legally. And that mom has done everything she could do to protect her child. And it's not going well. Sometimes it's not going well. What can she do? She's done everything that she knows how to do. And then someone tells her, contact John C. Barnett. And John C. Barnett rides into town on a horse.
Yes.
And helps rescue her child.
He's got a whole stable of horses.
A stable of horses. And in that moment, he was that mom's ram in the bush.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And the answer sometimes that you need that came from God to give you a direction that you didn't think of on your own.
Sometimes you might be a part of a corporate event and you're in charge of who's going to find the food, who's going to cater the food. You got to find someone that's going to cater this particular corporate party. And you know that Susan in accounting is going to talk junk about it if it ain't good. You know that your boss is going to look less upon you if the food ain't hitting. What you going to do? You're afraid to just pull someone that you find off a line. You got to know someone that you know is going to deliver outstanding food. And then someone tells you to call Chef Rev, okay? Someone tells you to contact Pastor George Allen because he's a caterer and he does great food and you know it's going to hit. And in that moment he shows up, he delivers the food that everyone raves about and you are rescued. You look like the hero. And in that moment, Chef Rev, Pastor George Allen was the ram in the bush.
Absolutely. Dr. Beverly, thank you. Amen. I believe that as well. She said, I used to work at Turning Point Academy. For those of you who don't know that is a school in North Carolina that is sort of like the wayward kids. They've had challenges at school and they're like right on the verge of delinquency and sometimes already into delinquency. And she says that they're right there in town, right here. They call her the ram in the bush as well.
Dr. Beverly, uniquely taking over Thomas, has been the ram in the bush over and over in her life.
In lots of different areas.
In lots of different areas for lots of different people. She's one of the people, and I believe there's a special place in heaven for people like her.
Absolutely.
No matter, you think you're in a fire, you think this thing is over, you think you don't have no other way, you think there's no other resources, you think you're going to sink. Oh, no. Contact Dr. Beverly, uniquely taking over Thomas. Because she will be your ram in the bush.
Absolutely. Good morning, Melissa. Thank you. John Barnett is being the town crier, and I can appreciate it, calling people out. He also said, I have about 5 names. Slim with 2 M's, J Diddy, the Prince of Civil Rights, and my nickname is Bobo, but don't tell nobody. We ain't gonna tell nobody about Bobo. Okay? We're not gonna tell nobody about Bobo.
Since we got your jam, I kind of hear that jam when I talk about you. Dr. Deborah Dunstan mentioned earlier that her mom calls her the ram in the bush. What a cool thing to be known for from your mom. Because that means your mom trusts you.
I thought that was Dr. Beverly.
Who was that? Okay, let's scroll up and find it. I thought it was Dr. Deborah, but scroll all the way up to the top. It was one of the first comments. Okay. Or early. It was in the game early. Okay.
It's okay. We'll get it.
I want to get it right. Give credit where it's due. But either way, it's a cool thing to be known for.
Yeah, it was Dr. Beverly.
Dr. Beverly, excuse me. Dr. Beverly. My mother tells everyone she knows that I am in her ram in the bush. Wow. That is a wow.
It is.
To me, that's a wow.
But you know that if you are operating in purpose on purpose, you're often going to be someone's ram in the bush.
Good morning, Melissa Price. How you doing, my sister? It's always good to have you. Melissa, what do you think about when you hear the thought or expression, a ram in the bush? What comes to your mind, Miss Melissa Price?
Absolutely. What comes to your mind when that thought comes to your mind? So when you think about ram in the bush, how do you feel you would be operating in that capacity?
How do I feel like I'm operating that capacity?
Because I do. I mean, I can explain it, but I want you to think whether or not you think of yourself that way.
I think so. But while I'm thinking of my answer, and you said you can answer, go ahead.
So for me, on yesterday, I was on this amazing
Good morning,
interview.
Mark. How you doing, sir?
Hey, Brother Mark. I was on an awesome interview on yesterday, The Road to Growth. And he asked a question about what did you do after you failed? And when I failed, and he was talking about in entrepreneurship, because early on I failed tremendously, not at what I knew how to do, but in the area of structuring it properly for business. And what I did was I got the right coaching that was necessary. I got coaching in marketing and I got coaching in sales. And for me,
I heard that part of your interview.
Understand, sales coaching was the ram in the bush. Without that, element of what I was doing, it would not have succeeded.
I heard that part of your interview, and you did a wonderful job breaking it down too. Even you did a fantastic job of breaking down even as to how you was able to get the sales training, how your husband really couldn't train you one-on-one the way he would do his normal clients.
Yeah, he wasn't my husband yet.
But you were able to glean because you showed up to everything. Lisa showed up to every class. She sat in on as many of my client sessions as she could. So she got what she needed to get. She went for it on her own. And that's kind of the way she had to get it.
John goes on to say, I agree. I literally love my job. I heard that 79% of working Americans hate their job. I guess I am one of the 21%.
Well,
amen.
Keep looking because you'll see stats that go 80%, 85%, 90% of Americans hate their job. Okay, keep looking. But 79% is a good working number.
That's a good number. It gives the benefit of the doubt to those who are still not ready to leave, but they just continue to stay, even though they're right there on the cusp. My Dr. Beverly says, my pastor Austin calls me his watchman on the wall. Those are some huge, great responsibilities that you have to be mentally adorned for. And then for some of us, it's just already on go.
That is a lot. You're right. That's a lot. So Lisa was able to answer that question. She had to get marketing help to make her business finally work, and sales help. You know, when I think about my business failures, I had a lot of them, but 4 in particular. Okay, well, 3 in particular before it stuck, and that's the business I do right now as a sales coach and sales trainer. I went out full time. The first time I think was 96. Okay, when I first tried it full time, just my own shingle. And what I remember the most about those 3 failures, I failed 3 times before I figured out a formula to make it stick. What I remember the most is the feeling each time I decided to put down my business and go back into a real job. And I hated that feeling. I felt like a dog scared, tail tucked between his legs. Even though I had a mortgage and children to take care of, and that the stability meant something to my wife at the time, I just remember the feeling of, Brian, you're punking out. You're quitting on your dream. You're punking out. That was my personal feeling. I know you've already offered me many, many times of another way not to feel that way, but that's how I felt. And then when I bolstered my confidence again and went back into business again for myself, because I really, really wanted to be in business for myself, and then I had levels of success and then less and less until I had to go back and do a job, I felt defeated and felt crushed. And the 3rd time, it happened the same way. And then the 4th time, I didn't want that feeling again of feeling like I gave up on myself. That was a motivator for me to stay in the game. I didn't want the feeling of feeling like I punked out and quit too early, because this is what I really wanted to do. And the last time I went for it, it was like daily. I felt like I was pregnant. I've never been pregnant before, but I felt like I imagined what pregnancy was. It was in my belly. It was in my chest. I wanted to do my own thing so bad. It was like every single day I was going to a job, but I didn't want to be at a job. I wanted to be doing my own thing full time. And I had some clients too. I had some clients for my own thing, but I still had a job at the time. I had this lady paying me to help her to interview people. You know, and I still have my job. So I wanted to quit the job so bad. And it was just in my belly. And every single day, I was like, I got to get this baby out of me. I got to quit this job. That's how I felt. So, and maybe somebody here can relate to that.
Brittany said, I don't know why my comments are not showing up on screen. They are showing up, Brittany. I said good morning earlier. Maybe you missed it. Okay, but was there anything else after good morning that I missed? Did I miss?
Maybe some of you guys
How
right
are you
now
doing today? So it's coming through. Maybe there's some sporadic or intermittent issues that are still residually impacting things.
Can anybody relate to that concept of feeling pregnant with a thought that you want to birth, that you want to birth a business, you want to get that thing going, man? And just even I know some other people too. We used to hang out with other couples and all that stuff. And there was this one dude that had just got fired at the party. I remember this. And he was the most excited person about being fired. He was so happy that his job had let him go. And I could relate to the brother, because now he wanted to do real estate, so he got fired from his job. So now he could focus on what he wanted to do.
Absolutely. Mark Greer says, "Hey, Melissa, we should be under a groove shortly."
That's right.
But Melissa goes on to say, "I felt over the past.
That's how I felt
over the past 18 months going through bankruptcy. I felt like I had to get a real job, and it made me sad, anxious, and even sick to my stomach. It took a while to get my head and heart right, but I made my mind up to work harder. And the moment I did, the anxiety went away and the abundance sprung forth." Amen. She is laughing at Mark Greer. Hi, Tamra.
This is another jam we get to do today. Tamra Atwater has a jam. We hadn't seen. I got Cat Ivy's jam. Shouts out to Anthony Whitsitt. Anthony Whitsitt hit me up last night, or put it on the post last night. And then I recorded. Did you hear my recording I sent to you?
Yes, I did.
So I found Cat Ivy. So I'm hoping Anthony Whitsitt and Cat Ivy get in here over the next 7 minutes, because we're going to do all our greeting jams. John will do your jam around 9:40 as well.
John Vernon said, I think the school is natural, but I'm reminded what Michael Jackson said. He said, if you never get nervous before he went on stage, he was feel as though he wouldn't do. So maybe it's the side effect. So the side effect should be embraced. He wouldn't do well. He wouldn't do well.
So the birth effect should be embraced. Yes. Brittany Thomas, yes, it's freezing on my end. I'll go out and come back in. Yes.
Melissa's calling out Cat Ivy. Thank you so much.
Come get your new song. Compliments of Anthony Whitsitt. Yes, shouts out to Anthony Whitsitt. He gave it to me. Brother John Barnett says, I agree. I think the feeling is natural. I heard that Michael Jackson said that if you never get nervous before he went on stage, that he would feel as though he wouldn't do well. So that birthing effect should be embraced. Yes, that birthing effect. Now we got it clear. Yeah, I mean, I'm certain there's somebody out here right now want to do something. Melissa Price, thank you for your transparency about how you felt during this bankruptcy. Man, when you stressed like that, when you're challenged mentally and you're mentally taxed, you do get weaker. You do get susceptible. William Brown said we get to do his jam too today. Ho!
Timber says, I have so many things burning in my belly. I don't ever want to stop, but resources always slow me down. That is where your creativity needs to meet your purpose. Your creativity meets your purpose. You get to figure out that sometimes the lack of money is actually part of the process.
Shouts out to Mark Cuban and the Shark Tank show. Lack of money can be a part of your process and a benefit. Twice in the last 2 days, yesterday and the day before, I got a chance to counsel someone, and yesterday was with a group. When you see the one lady was like, I work full time, I'm trying to build my business part time, and I don't have time to do this. It was twice yesterday. Both of them were yesterday. And I was explaining to her, and the other lady was like, I'm not home 75% of the time. I'm traveling all over the place. Both of those things can be advantages because they force you to be creative. You don't have traditional amounts of times available to you. You don't have traditional this and traditional that. You don't have what the world says you need to have in order to start. So you have to do with what you got.
Absolutely.
The Mary Kay Ash story. Mary Kay Ash, Mary Kay Cosmetics. She wanted to found her cosmetics company. She had an old-fashioned husband, and she was a wife and a mother. She had a couple of kids and a husband. Her husband says, you can do all you want to do, but you still got to be a mother to those kids. You still got to be a wife to me, and I expect you to do all the stuff that you normally do. So she started what she called the 5 a.m. club. There was only one member of the club. It was her. So she would get up and work her business from 5 a.m. until the time the kids started to get up and she had to get them ready for school. That's what she had. She had 5 to 6 a.m. Okay.
Brittany is a great example of this. Brittany goes on to say, Tamara, you have all you need. Sometimes less is more. Yes. I have had several prospective clients that did not understand that what they have is more than that they needed, but what they wanted was excuses not to move forward. And every time I get ready to accept an excuse, I think about Brittany and how she didn't accept any excuses, nor did she look for any handouts. Brittany has been grinding to make life happen and showing people that you use what's in your hands to become what you want to become.
Mark Greer says, everything is temporary. The test comes so the testimony can be born. One must always remember a couple of things. No matter what you face today, together you and God will make it through. Second thing, No matter the struggles, you are worth the effort. On the other side of adversity is your, in all caps, miracle. Claim it in all caps. Sister Melissa Price. Melissa Price says, this is totally from left field, but I'm wondering if y'all ever figured out how to make sure songs.
How to make our songs into ringtones.
No, we haven't. Okay. Brittany Thomas says, use what's in your hands currently. John Burnett says, here's some motivation on financing your dreams. Remember that Dr. King died with $1,300 in the bank. Russell Simmons was broke before he started Def Jam, and P. Diddy got fired from Uptown Records before meeting Biggie Smalls. Don't let money block your vision. Let me tell you, Henry Ford, the founder of Ford Motor Company, okay, he became rich, and a reporter got to him because he was reportedly not that smart. It was popular to say he was not that smart of a guy, but even though he wasn't that smart, he still was able to become a rich man in the world. He had all these brilliant people working for him. You know, it's famous about, I may not know everything, but I can press a button and get an answer to any question, okay? But one reporter got to him and says, Mr. Ford, how did you become so successful? You had no education. You didn't have a father support. You didn't have this. You didn't have this. And there's a reporter who knew what he was talking about. He had all this stuff. How did you become successful and all the stuff you didn't have? And at the time, Mr. Ford was an older man. And he says, actually, young man, that's not really true. Actually, I started with all that there was. I started that with all that was available to me. So it wasn't what I didn't have. I had everything that was there for me. And I think that's such an amazing way of looking at it. You have all that you have. That's an amazing way. You know, you're not short on time. You have all the time that's available to you.
Absolutely. That actually is another thing that we talked about yesterday in that interview. It was very, very deep interview. He was very, very deep in the questions. And he asked, was there ever a time that I felt sorry for myself? And I was not being cavalier or flippant, but I have to say that no, that throughout all of the issues and challenges that I've had, I've not felt sorry for myself. I've felt challenged by those circumstances, but I've not felt sorry for myself because I know now that if it were not for those experiences, if it were not for those circumstances, that I would not have the skills and some of the things that I know how to do now.
And you wouldn't even be the woman that you are today.
No.
Brittany Thomas, just move and step out on faith. As you take the steps that are necessary, money will show up. Yeah. John Burnett said, that's good, Brian. Team Ford. Now, we're going to do our greeting jams. Now, what we're about to do, if this is your first time on here, just be patient. This show's been going on since October 2016. And some of you guys have been rocking with us for years, like Melissa Price and Dr. Beverly Thomas. Some of you guys are consistent contributors to the show, like Brittany Thomas. You know, those guys who are consistent contributors to this show, and I'm really sorry that Anthony Witts is not here or Cat Ivy. They have earned themselves a greeting logo or a greeting jingle or jam is what we call them. Like, for example, Miss Phyllis George, she has a greeting logo. Hers goes like, Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day. And if you like this, what we're about to do here, and you want a greeting jam, you can get one. Just be a consistent contributor to the show.
Absolutely, absolutely. Corinda has the song. We haven't seen it in a long time. I haven't had to sing.
Do you remember it?
Yes. Corinda, sing a song, sing out loud, sing out strong. Don't worry that it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing. Corinda sings.
That's Corinda Sings Jam. Katura Green has a jam. Back to life. Back to Katura Green.
However do you want it?
However do you need it?
Do you need it?
Come on, keep scrolling, baby.
Yes.
Okay. All right, who's up next?
Julie Ray.
Julie Ray Hammondtree. Find out what she means to me. Julie Ray Hammondtree. Find out what she means to me. Good morning, Miss Julie Ray Hammondtree.
Good morning, Dr. Beverly.
Dr. Beverly Thomas has a jam. A logo. Dr. Beverly is on the show. We love it, love it, love it. Dr. Beverly's here.
Absolutely. Good morning again, Shamandrian. Dr.
Deborah has a jam.
Go. Deborah, healing and deliverance coach.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, Dr. Deborah. How you doing?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Miss Felicia Gardner has a jam.
Felicia, we love you.
You're the one for me. Good morning, Miss Felicia.
Good morning, good morning. It's
Brittany Thomas has a jam.
It's Brittany. It's Brittany.
It's Brittany. Brittany Thomas. It's Brittany.
It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany. It's your time. It's your time. Yeah.
Good morning, Miss Brittany Thomas. Mr. George Allen, aka Chef Rev, has a jam. His jam is, why must I eat like that? Why not hire Chef Rev?
He puts the good
food in me. Not. That's Chef Rev's jam. I think I want some more of his food. John Barnett has, it just hit me right there.
It just hit you.
John Barnett's jam is, he's John Barnett. You can be mean when you look this clean. He's John Barnett. That's my man right there.
That's right. And good morning to all of you. I want to make sure.
Melissa Price has a jam. I'm not even going to try.
I knocked my water on the floor.
You got makeup all over.
I'm not trying to touch your little raggedy water.
Right next to you. Okay.
I'm fine.
Boom, 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 boom. Melissa's on. Now it's time for us to sing her song. Melissa's on. Good morning, Miss Melissa Price, the head usher of Let's Talk About. Melissa's been with us at least 5 years.
Yes, okay. At least.
Mark Greer is here. So wide you can't get around it.
So low you can't get under it.
So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove. He's getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now. Good morning, Mark Greer.
That is right.
Remember Tamara's jam?
Yes.
Okay.
I do. Tamara at water.
That's it. Tamara at water, children. Tamara
at water. Ivy Hilton crocheting, Tamara at water.
That's it. Good job, baby. Okay. Who else?
I think. Oh, Bill.
Good morning to our friend Bill. Nobody thinks like him still. We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Bill. I think I saw Cat Ivy.
Good morning. I think you saw Melissa calling Cat Ivy. There's Cat Ivy. Okay.
Cat Ivy. Okay. This came to me yesterday from brother Anthony Whitsitt, and it goes Cat Ivy's not just knee deep. She was totally deep because she did the freak with me. Well, no, that's not it.
Oh my goodness!
Not that. It's Cat Ivy knee deep. It goes.
I don't have my phone. I don't have to play it.
If you got it,
I don't know where my phone is.
Oh golly, it's Cat Ivy. Okay, this is it. Cat Ivy never misses a beat. Yeah. Boy, and she neat, yeah. The girl's a freak. The girl never misses a beat. Yay. But it's Cat Ivy never misses a beat. Yeah. Boy, once she neat, yeah. That's the part. Cat Ivy, how do you feel about that, Cat Ivy? So we need to know, Cat, if you like that, we'll keep it. If not, we'll let it go.
So we are going to be blocking spam foolishness and deleting comments. Please know that my block ain't broke. My block ain't broke, and I will get rid of you for coming in with foolishness because we are a family around here. John Barnett says, sang my song. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And Cat Ivy says, no, go. She didn't let us miss it. So I'm glad. Do you like your song? Do you like your song?
Or did she say no, that she don't like it?
Right. Let us know what it is.
If you don't like Cat Ivy's Not Just Knee Deep, she was totally deep. Oh.
Yeah, no, I got you covered, Cat. Don't even worry about it. We don't let foolishness come in here. Hashtag don't forget to have sex. Thank you, Melissa. We got to keep that on the top of the list per day. Hashtag don't forget to have sex, baby. We know that is something that you want.
Yeah, every now and then we'll get someone with, I don't know what's wrong with these people. They try to pop in here to bring negativity to our show. And as fast as we can delete them and block them forever, we will.
My block ain't broke, baby. So there you go.
So I'm needing to hear some feedback from Cat Ivy. How did you feel about your jam? Cat Ivy's Not Just Knee Deep. She was totally deep. So again, thank you to Brother Anthony Whitsitt, the Pad Man, for that entry and helping us find Cat Ivy's jam.
Absolutely. We're grateful. So
today is Tuesday. I'm excited about it. It looks like the sun's trying to peek through the clouds.
Will you be the ram in the bush?
You can be that. This week is supposed to be rainy all day. She says, nah, we got to find a different jam for her.
Okay, we're going to keep trying.
Okay. All right, so we'll keep trying, Kat. So thank you anyway for that jam. Not just knee deep, so Lisa, she told knee deep. Okay, I liked it.
Maybe she's not getting the tune that it goes
or maybe I need to change some of the lyrics. But either way, if Kat ain't feeling it, we got to find another jam for her.
And we will.
Okay.
We will. Listen, I'm telling you, this week is so full for me, but I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve in the areas that I get to serve. So
yes, I'm excited about this week too, because I do have a little bit more air in my week. Kat, maybe you can help us change the lyrics, Kat. Help us find lyrics that you like. I don't think she liked that because she did the freak with me part, or the girl's a freak, the girl never misses a beat. Maybe help us find the lyrics, please, Kat. But I like knee deep for you, though.
Okay.
Dr. Beverly says, what does Kat Ivy do? Kat, do you want to answer that question, or what do you do? Because Dr. Beverly's gonna put it on her mind that she'll find a jam for you. She'll help us to find some lyrics.
That's right.
So, or maybe you can reach out to each other directly if you want to find out from each other.
Hey, man.
Melissa Price said, y'all have a blessed day. I was in the middle of cutting the grass and took a break to be with you. Thank you for taking that break to be with us. See y'all tomorrow.
That grass cut before the rain comes.
See y'all tomorrow for the hump day. Dr. Beverly says, y'all are the best. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Take today and take some time. Thank you for posting your phone number, Dr. Beverly.
So Kat, get it.
She says she's in sales, she cooks, and she makes sangria.
Now, she makes sangria is not giving it credit.
Not at all.
Y'all have not had sangria until you've had her sangria, homemade sangria, but it's homemade, yes, but it's actually a business for her now. She sells her sangria. And I can't remember the name of her sangria, but she has a cool name for it too. But when you go to a party, like say you're at a party and Kat Ivy might have a picture or a big picture of her sangria there, and there's plenty of drinks everywhere, okay? Alcohol everywhere on the tables, and you can drink whatever you want, okay? You can drink soda, alcohol not. So you might take a drink of this, you might take a drink of that, and then you see other people doing the sangria, and then you say, let me give this thing a try, okay? I'm telling y'all about my story, okay? After I drank some of her sangria, now I'm a hard liquor drinker. After I drank some of her sangria the first time, I didn't want nothing else but her sangria. That's how good it is.
She said she's upgraded with the white sangria with real rosemary from my garden.
Oh.
I won't drink that.
Yes, you will.
No, I will not.
I know that you will.
The hell I will.
I bet you will.
I don't fool with rosemary. I don't like it.
You say that.
Don't tell me what I say. I know what I know.
I know what you'll do. Anyway,
not.
Chef Rev says, when's the CD coming out? I don't know. Melissa Price says, Kat Ivy, I've got to try the Rasta pasta and the Dr. D's the other weekend. It was the bomb.
She got to try the Rasta pasta at Dr. Deborah's.
Beverly says, sales, cook, and sangria. Anthony Witz is here. We get to do Anthony. We brought it out, but we got to change the lyrics because Kat wasn't feeling the lyrics about the freak part. So, but she did like the beat. She did not like all of the lyrics. Anthony Witz is here. You know me. I'm your friend, your main boy, thick and thin. I'm your pad man. Anthony Whitsitt.
He's your pad man.
Bum, bum, bow, bum, bum, bow. Anthony Whitsitt, the pad man. Cat Ivy, Anthony Whitsitt gave me knee deep for you.
Brittany said, I love sangria. I need to hit her up. Amen.
Cat again says, I've upgraded with the white sangria and the red rosemary from my garden.
The real rosemary.
The real rosemary from my garden. If nobody told you rosemary was in it and you took a drink of it, you would probably love it.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
Rosemary is very pungent. Don't tell me what I will and will not know anyway.
Don't make me go out here in public. Cat Ivy says,
I know what I don't like.
Thank
you, Kat.
She says I could do it without rosemary.
Absolutely. I would appreciate it. I absolutely loathe rosemary. Loathe it. Rosemary makes it pop. Well, he can pop all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Melissa
That's
said,
right.
I
am your king now, Lisa.
No. I know, like rosemary goes with certain things. It's supposed to go to like lamb and like certain chicken dishes and certain
chicken is amazing things. Burgers even.
I simply do not like the rosemary. I do not like
everything from now on. Okay, anyway, it's 9:54. We gotta get out. We gotta go.
I promise you, that would be a bad decision.
Everything I cook from now on.
Well, I won't have nothing to worry about.
Brother Anthony would say, "Oh, that's why I stopped where I did for Kat's song." See, Kat, what he actually sent me was just Kat Ivy's, not just knee deep. She was totally deep. Yeah, like that. How about that, Kat? If we just do that, not just knee deep. She was totally deep, and don't leave it there. That's right.
Brittany said, "Padman." She was laughing. Yay! Oh, we love it. We're glad you guys.
In my version of falsetto or high men with high voices.
Mm-hmm. But we certainly appreciate you guys taking some time to join us this Tuesday morning. Be operating in your purpose. Be someone's ram in the bush. Be doing all that you're called to do and continue to move forward in your greatness.
They have a sangria with rosemary and shrimp.
She said they have rosemary and shrimp in a restaurant.
Oh, rosemary and shrimp, not sangria, rosemary and shrimp. Okay. Sounds like the Christmas party plan with the Empowerment Network. No, I hadn't put any thought to it, but I mean, with Chef Rev's,
we just don't know where yet.
Chef Rev's food and Cat Ivy sangria, that's two things that we need to have.
Mm-hmm. I thought about.
She said yes, that was a sangria.
Oh, the sangria with shrimps
and rosemary.
Interesting.
Wow.
Oh, thank you.
We gotta go. You guys have a beautiful rest of your day. We gotta yield the room. Thank you for joining us. We did a lot of jams today, a lot of songs today. Thank you.
And don't forget to have sex.
Peace.